is offline. Everything it forgot all my passwords, which is good. But damn, I gotta put everything in. Like so, like my Gmail. All you have to do is go to your Gmail and hit Gmail, and it goes right to your your account and everything. And
Yeah.
I have it set up to where everything when I open the email or when I open my browser, it's my Obi-Wan X2 Gmail, and then all I have to do is switch over to my other one, and then my Obi-Wan Kenobi one is the one that you have for the YouTube. So now it's like now I gotta figure that shit out all again. So it's like fuck, man. But I'm gonna
It's hard to keep up with you.
well, I'm gonna have to. No, no, it's not. I'm actually having a better time now. But
Oh.
it's gonna be a little bit more difficult because when I can stream, dude, I'm not going AMD video cards.
I don't know.
I'm
Nvidia is
going Intel
cool
because of Shadow, and this is why. Here's my plea here.
because the shadow play and
It,
it's supposedly lag free. Anyone that
yes,
says it's 100% lag free is full of it.
I'm not worried about the lag free part. Okay. Um, because even if I have a good computer, I'm still gonna run like, stream the stuff that's on Steam on a little bit lower quality because I know so it doesn't lag at all. The lag is not the issue because AMD lags is just as much as Intel does. What I'm thinking about is what do I want to do? Do I want to have two video cards for AMD? I was going to get two 90s. Okay, so it's like the top of the line right now. It's $160 a piece, and it would be because that's all I have to buy now. Because my wife is getting my motherboard and processor for Christmas tomorrow, so we're gonna order it, and then all I have to do is worry about a video card. What do I want? Do I want the AMD, two of them, or do I want one good Intel like a 760 or a 790 or some shit like that? That has
But Intel
it's
or Nvidia?
well Intel is an Nvidia.
Oh, Intel's Nvidia now?
Yeah, dude.
Nah, I didn't know. Uh,
Nvidia is part of Intel. It's an Intel cores, Intel insides. That's what
wow.
Chewy says. I wanna I
Yeah, it's
wanna
got Intel stuff, and I didn't know
EGV.
it actually owned them. I mean,
I want a EGVA. I want them. I want
yeah,
that video card. But
they're pretty dirt cheap too compared to some other ones.
well, you can get top of the line. You can get like I don't wanna say what number it is, but it's like a 790. It's one of the top ones without being Titan.
Yeah,
You can get one of those for like $250 right now.
that's not bad. Yeah,
So I
EVGA,
mean,
they got pretty good reviews too. Sapphire is another good one.
hmm
Um, I tend to love Asus the most, but now that they're popular, they cost more. But Sapphire,
Asus
I'm
don't
actually
make
really
video cards.
they used to.
They make internal stuff for laptops and like the motherboards and
Asus used to make video cards. I remember having some of them.
yeah, not anymore.
But
It's all Nvidia. It's all Nvidia, Intel, or AMD with the X series.
well, Nvidia is the chipsets and the guts of it. But there's a lot of like people that make them: Sapphire, EVGA, X Force, whatever that company's called. There's a lot of people that do the Nvidia cards. But
I'm going with what Chewy tells me to get. So
yeah,
just because, I mean, he's gonna be running my house, my gaming house. I mean, I'm
we got a message on
really.
Skype.
This is good. Oh,
By the way, hello everybody. This is HorsePLAY Live,
oh.
episode 51. Got a little tech corner there for the pre-show. Today's December 4th. It's a fine Thursday. It's like 10 to 11 almost. Well, it's a little less than that.
Mhm.
Eastern, 11 p.m. We do a late night show. So next week, I don't know. Might start a little earlier and I don't know, maybe do a two-parter.
Hmm?
All right, and
Am I missing
Andy
something about next
Andy
week?
clarified, and he's really involved in the tech stuff. I'm not as much as I used to be. Says into the not own Nvidia. Okay.
I should get into Geeky Antics chat. That'd be cool too.
He's lurking.
Anytime to prove me wrong, that's what he wants to do. Welcome, Andy.
Well, that's a
I
British
need to
thing.
speak with you. Yeah, I know. it's a Britain thing. I need to speak with you at some point though, and Andy. New streaming coming out this year for me, and I'm gonna need some overlays done up real fast if you can make them paid, of course. If I can just
Word.
donate to you or something.
But yeah, you know, like the Nvidia versus ATI, which is now AMD. That's always ongoing uh, debate. Let's just say call it that. I've always liked ATI and now AMD stuff because it's always gives the most reliable. I never had one go bad. I've had Nvidia cards, TI series, and whatever they have now, that's top of the line. And
I've had every brand go bad on me, so people can't say one brand is better because of this and this and this. They all go bad.
well, I never had an ATI go bad. I've had tons of Nvidias go bad. So that's and then like tons of compatibility issues. Like when you get an Nvidia card, I feel like you have to build.
I have one right now, dude, and it's killing me.
But the thing is, like, I feel with Nvidia, when you get an Nvidia card, it might be the better performance card, and there's also the physics engine. Like games that use the physics engine, if you have an Nvidia card, you get the full particle effects and all that stuff, and it runs really well. They're performance monsters, and they look nice. But the problem is, like, when you get an Nvidia card, it's like I feel like you have to build around them. Yeah, ATI did lose their edge.
I am
when,
building
AMD
around it. We're getting the motherboard and processor specifically for the card that we're getting. I just don't know what card I'm going to get yet. Because once I make up my mind what card I'm going to get it, and then we're going to order the motherboard and processor. He knows what he's talking about. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, the Radeon.
Yeah, and Andy's right. Like, you know, you gotta pair Nvidia with an Intel CPU, and Intel's like 3 times the price of the AMD.
Mhm.
And right now, I wouldn't mind upgrading to a downgrade of sorts, like getting an AMD setup with just all AMD shit.
Well, I can get, and this is what it was. It was the Radeon R9 series 290X for right around it's starting at $180 right now. It's the best AMD video card there is. I've already, all I have to do is order them, kind of thing. But we're thinking about the GTX 970, which is the GeForce, which is an NVIDIA. So it's kind of like, what do you want to do in the long run? I want to be able to record without using fraps. I hate fraps with a passion.
Yeah.
Just because it takes up so much space. Well, if not using fraps, if I can have the video card that's going to have the shadow play, or there's an easier way to record in sections, like like to make videos and whatnot, that's going to be what I want to do. Because I'm going to be streaming. If I want to turn on the recorder to record it. So.
Yeah, Andy is saying he could get the Intel equivalent of an AMD processor. Well, equivalent, not really equivalent, but the comparable one, obviously the better one, for $20 more, or $20 within each other. I'm like, what? That's crazy. Out here, the price between Intel and AMD chips is significant. It's like twice the price. I said 3 times. I'm exaggerating, but the prices do scale up big time.
All right, here is, and we're gonna start in a few minutes, guys. But here is price comparison for AMD versus Intel, and in the United States, okay. And I'm going to this most popular one on the web, so you guys can check it out too. The price comparison between a Core i7 and an AMD Phenom 2, or Phenom 2, which is an 8-core gaming, it's the same comparison. The comparison is the AMD one, it would be like $200. The Intel one would actually be right around three and a quarter in the United States. Just the comparison of if you want to say, okay, one chipset, same thing. One's a 7, one's an 8. They do the exact same thing. the Intel is going to be right around 100% more, or not 100% more, but about $70% more than the AMD one. But it's just because AMD, no offense, they use a little bit cheaper parts too, because they're AMD. But that's why Intel's top of, I mean, that's top of the line. I mean, that's what you're paying for. You're paying for the name. Just like when you buy a Mac, you're paying for the name. You don't get shit with it. You're just paying for that little Apple symbol.
It's funny because for a little while AMD was like, I remember there were hardcore gamers say you gotta get AMD, that's the better processor, and Intel lost ground briefly, and now it's like everybody's acting like they liked Intel all along. The same people that were saying, Intel, no, get AMD, those are gaming processors. Now they're like, nah, man, you need the Intel. It's so funny.
Here's a quote from one of the customers, okay? I'm not a pro, but all this stuff, I did research and have classes, etc. I am thinking of the same thing, but ever since I've never had problems with the Intel since I used the Intel i7-3770. So before this, I used an AMD. The answer is technology. Intel promotes smart response, etc. I've seen the comparison of the pros with like pro gamers and what they use. Dude, Dignitas. I'll be flat out honest with you. Team Dignitas for League of Legends, they use they use Alienware, but they use AMD systems. Team Solo Mid, they're all Intel. And yes, these are big teams that are on, a pro series or a pro standings, but still, that's what they choose to use. And Intel, AMD, it's whatever you really want. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you want? I mean, if you want an AMD system, you can get an AMD system that is just as good or better than an Intel system comparison. It's just whatever you feel like playing.
Yeah, I think if we get the Radeon, the AMD might be the better choice because they might work better together.
And I'm gonna put a video together once everything comes up, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I have right now and what I'm doing to upgrade inexpensively. Yes, I'm spending $200 for the motherboard. I'm spending almost $200 for the processor chipset, and then I'm spending another $300 for the graphics card or cards.
Yeah, $200 for a motherboard is not inexpensive.
But I mean, and it's an Asus Crosshair, so I mean, it's one of the best motherboards out there for Asus. So it's something, and then you got to think about it. What's going to happen in January? There'll be better shit out. But guess what? I got what I could get right now at a decent price. That's what we're talking about, guys, with computers and everything. But it's time to start, big guy.
I think it's all about whatever is going to give you the most upgradability in the next, 3 to 5 years. So the motherboard's actually one of the biggest things you could get. One of the best things you could get. Like, get one of the latest chipsets and sockets. Something that's going to be supported for time.
And what I've always been told, and this is by several computer people, IT guys that they know everything. What I've been told is when you build a computer, if you build it to where it's going to be really hard to upgrade it, you're wasting money. On that sense, how much money do you got to spend if you're trying to be cheap to not have to spend something in the future? I mean, yes, I say if you buy a computer, you need to think about having that computer for the 2 or 3 years. Okay, and this is why, because there's more stuff that comes out every single year, and everything is, you get that step up. So then 1 year you just upgrade your video card. The next year you do a bigger upgrade with your get a motherboard and chipset. The next year, get a better case. You don't have to do it all. So by the time those 3 years are up, you have a new computer again, because you're just evolving. I'm ready when you are, you.
All right.
Bye.
And we're about to do the music right here. You ready?
And welcome back, guys. Geeks and Gamers, this is HorsePLAY Live. Yeah, that song, yeah, it was a little bit different. And I was thinking he cut it down to where it was like 50 seconds long or so. Good little intro song. No, full song. But welcome back. This is Thursday, December 4th, 2014. And this is episode 51. Dude, one more. We got a year anniversary. But we have that in the title. I was going to flow into it, but it didn't work that way. The title being this episode, That Offends Me, Sir. Or Ma'am. Politically correct, of course. A quick reminder, our unofficial intros and outros, because, we try to change them up a little bit. They belong to, of course, royalty-free from Techno Access, Techno with a K. So you guys are looking for some royalty-free music just to play while you're streaming, and you want to put it up on YouTube, you can do it. He does not care. If you feel like you need a permission form, he's got one of those too. Just get on technox.com and just ask, hey, I need a permission form. He'll email you one right out. But that particular track you hear is called Blazing Inferno.
What did they heard?
That they heard. Yes, they heard. It did get me pumped. I like... I really, honestly, last week on the Sunday Dose, I actually just picked the first rock song I could play, and it was really cool. So I was like, of course, with me every week, just like always, because we never miss a day. Sick, rain, snow or shine, we will always be here to bring you your wrong profession. Sorry about that. But with me, everyone's favorite bear lizard, Yogi Zilla. What's up, big guy?
What's up?
You're a retard.
We had a lot of a tech talk. The tech talk's still going in here in the chat. the whole AMD versus Intel argument.
Oh, here we go. We needed to make a forum post about it on Geeky Antics, and I'm just gonna reply to that in this. This is my reply to everybody. I wasn't saying AMD is better than Intel. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just telling Yogi, hey, dude, I finally got it. We're getting upgrades, and then it blew up. So, guys, for those that are listening to the podcast, I'm sorry. I started a bunch of trouble in chat, as always, because if I don't, then Yogi's like, what, are you not feeling very good? Yeah. The beard is still growing in, and I got confirmation from my wife today. I don't have to cut it if I don't want to. And then she kind of gave me that frowny face, if you need to want to cut it, but I don't want to cut it.
Wow. This is how I look at it. If we're okay with a bush, then they should be okay with our bush.
Our man bush, got it.
Our man bush.
But
just,
no, it's
just saying.
Right. Well, and this is, I'm going to just put this out there. I was talking to somebody, and it was in the guild in WoW, and they're like, who are you again? And I've never met you. I'm like, oh, I'm Obi. I played Dawngate and, all that stuff with, and he goes, are you the guy with the beard, right? I was like, yes, that is me. So it's like people are starting to know me as the beard guy. So and when they say, the good looking beard guy, then they're talking about Pyro Insane, but that's here or there. But of course, we are joined by nobody else today. I think we tried to call a couple people, and they're like, nah, or they didn't answer. But it's okay, because
Janelle let us know in advance that she actually was doing Christmas stuff already. They're starting to wrap up presents. I'm like, wow, I didn't get to tell you. I'm sorry. No. She talked to me. She said, "Hey, have a great show," and she's pumped for the 1 year anniversary, and so to just get people hyped, when you stream and everything.
She better be here, or I'm gonna troll her stream every single day.
I told her she has to be.
I'm not playing, and this is for Janelle. I hope you're listening to the first 10 minutes of the show. You better be here. I will troll you for a year straight if you're not. Until our 2-year anniversary, I will troll you.
Troll la 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 la.
Exactly. That's if Yogi can actually put up with me for more than another 6 months.
That's easy.
But see, the
When
thing is
when you
that
have a family, you learn patience because it's either that or you like jump off a cliff.
well, the thing is like everybody's like, why would you and Yogi not do your talk show anymore? I was like, well, things change. We might have other things to do. Some he goes, but you guys are so good together. I was like, no. Well, we are, but it's because Yogi doesn't say anything. he, he does. He tolerates everything from me. So, because either I'm late uploading the video or giving him the audio or just, oh man, yeah, it's just, yeah. So yes, it's not. I'm very thankful that we actually get to do this every week, and that we've been doing it for almost a year now, guys. I mean, wow, dude.
Well,
We
actually,
started.
technically, it's been a year today because if you got the pilot episode, that was episode 0.
Yeah, but well, okay, but we're gonna do it on episode 52, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
just like episode 104, that's our 2-year anniversary. If we make it that long.
Yeah.
Or if I make it that long. Yogi will be doing this 20 years from now on. If I make it that long, I might be dead by then. You just got an upgrade. Anybody want a free computer?
I mean, we might change the format up a little bit, especially when we have some formal guests. We're gonna get some developers back on the show. We got some stuff lined up. We might have a pre-recorded segment for the next episode. So
We'll see.
more details on that in a little bit.
And we might think about going a little bit longer next episode too.
Yeah,
And then just cutting it down for allgames.com.
yeah. We'll
But
make
if you
it
guys
make it a 2-parter.
definitely. If you guys are new to the show, welcome to our geeky sanctuary, which is Horseplay Live. Horseplay Live is where everywhere geeks come to play, and 9 times out of 10 we get in trouble here too, especially with me here. Well, we are the flagship talk radio show, yes, for Geeky Antics Network in collaboration with allgames.com. So you guys can check us out at allgames.com, and that's every Thursdays around 5-ish, give or take. And that's 5 p.m. You go to allgames.com/chat, and you can join in with us. Or if you didn't get to hear this podcast, you can hear it, of course, live-ish at 5 on Thursdays. So, but we do cover, our show covers all the aspects of geek culture, special focus on indie games, strategy games, technologies, and God, do we rant. We rant about everything. Yogi squeaked his chair. What the hell? Social issues geeks face every single day. And of course, we do community events. And but we love collaborating and shouting out people just because we love we love what other geeks think. We love what other people think about, the issues that we talk about, or the everything that we talk about. I'm saying things over and over again. But Horseplay Live is every Thursday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific, on Twitch channels Geeky Antics, and simulcasted right on YogiZilla's channel, YogiZilla.
I can't.
Tonight, Pacific?
Pacific, yeah. Why do people do that? Why do people do that? Instead of saying Pacific, they go specific, and then when they say let's get specific, they go let's get Pacific. What, we're gonna become an ocean? Oh God, I drive you crazy. Not when you do it. No, but I'm
Did
saying
I
like
mention rants?
yes,
There you go,
that's
guys.
right.
There's number one.
Let's get Pacific. Let's get into the Pacifics.
Yes.
We're gonna equivocate.
Exactly.
And conversate.
Yeah. Jesus. Tonight on the show, guys, Yogi is touching butts. More butts than you know. Guys, girls, doesn't matter. More importantly,
I'm touching one right now.
we're getting ready for our 1-year anniversary special. You're an ass. Coming next week, episode 52,
I see what you did there,
guys. Be sure to join us live right here on Geeky Antics on Twitch. We might have a special guest. We might have a couple special guests. So, guys, tune in. Please. And, of course, we want you to call in, too. We're going to make sure you get that number now so you can actually do one right now if you'd like to. 206-415-4987. Leave us a voicemail. No matter if you're listening to this on Monday morning going to work, leave us a voicemail, guys. We love to hear voicemails. And even if they're creepy, it's okay. We'll still listen to them and laugh our asses off when we do. So, but Yogi, what do you got to say right now?
It's time for the obligatory news. Why do you always wait for me to send a tweet out?
Because why do you always send a tweet out right here at this section right now?
Because
you don't do it.
Because
You
you
don't
do
do
your.
it when I'm talking about.
You have to do your voice part. You're not gonna open it up and make it sexy. I guess.
Okay,
I guess
okay.
not. I guess not.
Hey guys, we're going to talk about the obligatory news.
So yes. So on December 8th, the next Hearthstone expansion arrives.
Mate's got 2 holes.
The- it's goblins versus gnomes, GVG for short, as he introduced 200 new cards. So I know you haven't been playing OB and you're about to die right now. And Stan, who used to play every day with me, so that by himself, doesn't play anymore, but I still play it. So 200 new cards should be quite fun.
Oh, Missy plays every day. She's ranked 10.
Oh yeah, I know. I still see her. That
Oh.
keeps the hope alive.
I'm doing obligatory news like that every day now, dude. That was funny.
But the preview for GVG leads me to believe that the rogue, indeed, the rogue will get stronger in constructed play, and the mage I see moving up much higher in constructed play, and shaman's gonna get more options. Totem building around totems might be more viable, and of course wind fury mechanics are just crazy, and you can OTK people if you do it right, set it up right. But yeah, GVG, yo, it'll be out this coming Monday. I'm kind of excited about it. Though there's so many games to play, it's like, and actually, I got, did I get it up today? Yeah, I think it's actually up. I got a gameplay video of on the Geeky Antics channel on YouTube. I got what am I missing here? I got a gameplay up of Strife and some Smite gameplay, also on my channel. So check it out. Some epic fails. I gotta say, I really like the art style of Strife. It's a very good looking game.
I have been playing it, Strife a little bit, just to kind of, it's a MOBA, another MOBA. Uh, I'm just saying another MOBA because it seems like once a week they're coming out with another MOBA. But I'm trying to play. Of course, you guys know I'm trying to play more. I know me and Yogi played Smite the other day. I've actually re-downloaded Space Engineers again. I'm playing some Strife. Not playing in League of Douchebags. Played some Payday 2. Played some Primal Carnage. We'll get into that when we do Dust Off. But damn. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Steam games, Valve is moving into the streaming arena with their new broadcasting service. Everybody was a buzz about this. Everybody's PMing me. Did you hear about this? And
I've actually got it.
I don't know. Until I see it in action,
It's not that bad. Well, like I said, when we do some, like I said, I'm gonna have videos coming out here very shortly, and we'll make one for Geeky Antics too, to where the different aspects of different things that I can do now, basically. But it's basically like a preview. It's not really a stream per se. Like the actual player doesn't have to start anything up.
yeah,
Like, you can
it's
go
like an
on Steam
observer
and-
mode.
Yeah, you can watch any game that they're playing. Because usually, if you wanted to watch them, you'd have to be in the game. You'd have to do this, but this is actually, it's called was it Steam TV or something like that? But it's something to where you can just watch that person and play whatever game they're playing, and it's actually the videos coming from Steam itself.
Yeah.
So really, nobody's using anything except for just playing the game.
I mean, it's server side, but it still has to like go through the cloud at some point. So I just
That's what
see
I'm saying.
this.
It's all through Steam. And like nobody does anything. Steam does it all. So like
Yeah,
Steam,
you have to like transfer some data from your client to the server for them to render stuff on their side.
No, it's through your
It's
account.
it's impossible. It's impossible for them. You have to do something. Like you may not start a stream, but your computer still has to like set aside
You have to
resources.
you have to set your account up for it. Yeah. You have to
Oh,
have an account for it, and
you
it's
have to
yes,
enable.
it's
Yeah.
you
So
have to yes, you have to enable it, and basically your computer, what you would do to what your computer would take to run Steam,
mhm.
okay, is what it takes. That's it. Steam does
uh,
everything on their end. It's all basically
I
it's a
find that
projection of
really.
what game you're playing. I thought it was going to be hard as hell
I
because
find
if you
that
got
hard to believe.
3 million people playing a Steam game, so 3 million channels can come up. That dude, something doesn't add up. I tried
Well,
it. I
it's
tried a couple of friends that play some high level CS:GO and stuff like that, and it looked really really good. The quality is freaking epic. I mean, it's at least 720, 40 frames, if not at least 30. And it's just no lagging that I could tell.
I mean, Steam's already clunky as it is. That's the problem. I don't know. I don't see this being a direct competitor with Twitch because
No.
they haven't mentioned any plans for doing archives. See, I like that part. Twitch underestimates how valuable that is, being able to have your archives, and they really should make it so you can highlight some of those videos on your channel better. You know, make more use out of that. But
Mhm.
you know, having the ability to upload to YouTube is very convenient. So, to me, this sounds like something like a friend sees you playing a game, you're not streaming it, or you don't have the ability to stream.
And they can
Steam,
just watch you.
yeah, they can just jump into the game, and it's like a glorified observer mode.
Hmm.
But I still see it like from what I was reading up on it, what I saw is that people have to ask permission, and it's opt-in. Like people just can't watch you. You have to allow it on your side. Like you said, you have to set up your account, and it's on a person by person basis. Like so, people can just watch you. Like unless you open it up to everyone.
Well,
But
like I can. Well, yeah, you have to have there's check marks to where like I can just get on anybody. I can go to any Steam player that's playing right now, and I can choose to watch them. But for one, they have to be a friend. Okay, and then two, they actually have to have their boxes checked saying that anybody can watch me, because then
mm,
you can set up like friends can only watch me, nobody can watch me. Then why would you have it if you don't want anybody to watch you? But you have to open it up on your side too.
and well, something must have broken already with that update because today a bunch of people were telling me they weren't able to get on Steam. Actually, just a few hours ago, people like got did the uh, the update, the last update they pushed through, and then you restart Steam and it was like fatal error, and I was like, what the hell? Or it wouldn't let them connect or anything. Like
I was able to get on Steam right when I got home from the bowling alley. I was able to get on,
you may have just missed
but
the window.
yeah, like there was no lag or anything, so I don't know if it was just like certain people doing certain things.
I don't know. It wouldn't let me get on, and I said, well, I guess not happening. I'll just play some Strife and Smite tonight. But
Oh, excuse me.
you know, it's cool. And the other thing that's neat is that you could do it. You could watch games through Steam, the Steam client, or Chrome or Safari. So if you pull up your friends list on the web and you go on, you're on Chrome or Safari, then you could watch it too. So that's pretty neat. So we'll see if it's truly all server side and it doesn't make Steam clunkier because Steam can lag you unless you have a really beast machine and a really nice internet. But Steam can freaking hog up resources like no one's business. I don't know how I manage to stream some Steam games sometimes.
I don't know how you manage to stream, especially when you dual stream everything. I don't understand. I can't even solo stream something, okay?
Yeah, I'm pushing the limits of old Bess over here. One that
Oh, something, but you're pushing it, brother.
she's gonna put on her hat and be like, "I'm out of here, bitches."
No doubt.
But hey guys, we haven't talked about this for a while now. We haven't done our indie watch segment in a while, but Fire with Fire, the beta has been available since August 2014. But our buddy SG, I'm gonna get him to leave a voicemail for us soon. He's over at the R9Cast on AllGames.com. and he reports that the OST, the original soundtrack, should be done soon-ish. So maybe we'll see the next beta release complete with the full soundtrack, which he's composing before 2015 comes. So we gotta, 3 weeks. He might be able to pull it off. Um, so if not, we'll probably see a new beta in January. So stay tuned for that. Um, I try to do a little gameplay video, fire with fire, but unless they're doing like a to match me with, they keep. And I'll send you some party streamers and some silly hats. Um, Billboard, remember Billboard? Billboard top 200, top 100, all
Mm-hmm.
that crap. They're finally catching up with the times, and they're including streaming stats in their rankings. And this is is a kind of big news item in a lot of different places. I'm like, okay, welcome to 2014. No, better yet, welcome to the year 2000. I mean, streaming has been around for quite a long time. Um, Not as good as it is now, but it's been around long enough. So they're finally catching up with that, and they're gonna include streaming because I think the last stat I heard was that streaming accounts for like 70% of music consumption. And of course, CD sales are dropping. I still like having CDs. There's something about having physical stuff. But digital's convenient. But if it's something I really like, I'd rather still have a physical copy. Because to me, it's like immortal. Like that's unless someone smashes it into the ground, that's mine forever. Or one of the kids gets a hold of it, whatever it is, and scratches it up. Yeah. But CDs are pretty good. DVDs, Blu-rays, that's a whole other story. Blu-rays actually are pretty resilient. But anyway, yeah.
They're actually more resilient than you would think. Like you're
Yeah.
like, oh my god, this is so much newer, and you have to keep it nicer. And if you, dude, I've seen some Blu-ray discs that were used as frisbees in them. Some of it just still worked.
Yeah, because
Um,
the laser is finer on it, isn't it? So like it's
Something
not as
like that.
sensitive. It's not as sensitive to the little scratches and thumbprints and dust particles and all that stuff. DVDs, it's like unless they're immaculate, they won't play.
Hmm.
Oh, here's another tech item. Former Skype team members launched Wire, a Skype-like program. It's an alternative to Skype that promises more collaborative tools. Like it has file sharing and photo galleries. I don't know, some other kind of crap. I don't know. It's like it looks like it's gonna be Skype mixed with Dropbox and all this other stuff. So
We can try it, see what happens.
yeah, yeah. Use it for podcasting.
No shit. Get away
Maybe.
from Skype, man.
Because Google Hangout definitely isn't that good. And I've heard lots of people say that they listen to podcasts that consistently do it on Google Hangout and the quality's terrible.
Well,
So,
I was actually thinking about we do like if depending on how we can do it. The only reason we use Skype is because of the camera. Um, if we could figure out a way to get better, you get video, then hell, we use TeamSpeak or some shit like that. But hell, we were using Curse the other night and it was good.
yeah, Chris is not bad. Though, in some games, like the chat itself is low latency, but it demands like a higher priority than other things, like even Skype, which Skype is a resource hog. So sometimes it may lag. If you're streaming too, it may like play tug of war with other stuff and like it'll lag the game a little bit or so whatever. Like
That's why I like TeamSpeak because it doesn't do anything.
yeah, TeamSpeak is very very thin client, but Curse is convenient. Like if you're not streaming, it's perfect because you'll find people that have Curse, and it's like super good.
And
Uh,
every game that you play now, like Curse is integratable with Smite. It's integratable with hell. I even saw there was an overlay on CS:GO with it, which I don't know how, but League of Legends, WoW, you can even use it. I mean, they got overlays in every single game almost that you would think about playing.
Yeah, and
It's just
you don't have to use the overlay, but it's really sexy when you do it that way. It snaps into there. But BFT says that I'm able to do my streaming on my rig because it's the power of bears and lizards together that allow me to do it. And also, he doesn't like the idea of people switching over to Steam for streaming because they don't allow swearing apparently.
mm-mm. They like yeah they don't like it's part of the rules that you have to like when you start doing it and you have to because you have to go through things that you won't say or you won't say and they actually spell the words out. You won't say fuck. You won't say like really. I'll never
That's
do it. And if people decide they want to watch me, that's on them. They know I'm a sailor in a hat. F this, F that, F bomb city. So if they want to kick me off of Steam, then you pay me back all the money I've spent, and you better be prepared to give me 4 figures. Yes, I know I'm stupid, but
if they gotta be so aggressive, then they gotta start paying people up front to start adopting this and making it into something like they should pay a small group of people, like to pioneer this effort if they're really trying to come in on Twitch's territory, which I don't see. But
well, I don't see it either, and I don't see it. It's basically like you said. It's a glorified view. It's a glorified viewer. That's it.
yeah,
I mean, you can't even chat in it. I mean, you can't do
ugh,
shit.
ugh,
You actually have to shift tab
to chat the
and
person.
then chat the person. Like I said, you can't watch anybody that's not your friend already. So it's like if you have like I have over 400 friends on Steam. Yogi has almost 1,000. So he can, we can watch for a lot of people. But if we're looking at one person and we don't have him on our friends list and he doesn't want to join, there's nothing we can do. So, and if you're part of groups, you can instantly watch that person. Like anybody that's part of our Geeky Antics Horseplay group, or the Retro Friday group, or the whatever group that we have, if they're in that group, we can watch them because they're technically a friend, kind of like a group friend.
Yeah, I think it works like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're definitely one thing I've noticed with Valve is that they're really big on the esports thing. So I can see this being a good tool for esports product placement. But yeah, if you think about it, like they're still not entertaining the idea of Half-Life 3. They keep dancing around it, and I think it's just because their whole culture they've shifted towards multiplayer online gaming and esports scene and all that stuff. That's why they're putting so much into Dota 2 and CS:GO and all that stuff because that's who they are now, which is cool because every game doesn't have to be story driven. But anyway.
And for the chat that people have been doing, aka BFT and Yogi, no, the first pro gamer is not going to be out of Geeky Antics. Not going to happen. Yeah, Yogi's told on you.
Well, I didn't see that chat. How come I don't see it?
No. When we talked on the phone, I just wanted to put it out there. Like, no, I'm not going pro.
Oh,
I'm
I
way
see us
too
go.
old,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I'm way too old.
Yeah, it's a young man sport. You gotta have no responsibilities. Live home with mommy and daddy.
So, yeah, right.
There's like no way. Like I can't think. Someone show me a pro gamer that's got kids, doesn't live with their parents. It's got actual responsibilities. It doesn't fit the lifestyle.
There isn't one, dude.
Yeah, you know. You make your choices, guys, and that's a different paths. Nothing wrong with it. While you're young, take advantage of it. Wait, he said you say that now. You could start the old farts pro gaming group. That could be a thing.
Well, like I said to other people, I'm not gonna be on a pro team. I'm gonna own the pro team.
Hmm? That'd be fun.
So I mean, if I can, and I'll have like boot camps, and when everything opens and everything, I will have boot camps to where anybody that wants to think they have what it takes to come up here and try out, no matter where they're from. If they get a spot in the house, they get a spot in the house.
Yeah.
I mean, It's just how it is. It's first come six people. First come, the best of the best win. Best of the best play.
Those that can't do teach.
And those that can't teach for shit own. Hi.
So the last news item here that I'm pretty excited about, and we've heard this on and off, the rumors that of different franchises that Microsoft might revive because they own Rare and whatever, and that's been like that for a while. But last month Microsoft did indeed, and multiple people reported this, that Microsoft renewed the Battletoads trademark that they acquired through Rare. Now this is standard business practice, but honestly, a company that doesn't care about something completely, they just won't bother because these companies, no matter how much money they have, they're cheap bastards. Like, we don't need to renew that. We're not gonna pay for that. We're not gonna pay. We're not. That's dead. Whatever. But so they renewed that. It's encouraging. Still hope that they'll come out with a new Battletoads game, which I don't care what anyone says. I know the Turbo Tunnels stage in the NES Battletoads was a nightmare, but that's still one of the best games of all time.
All right. Yogi, I just tweeted something. Okay. And I want you to go and retweet it. I just tweeted something to Pork Chop because every time I go onto his stream after our stream, no matter what it's a Sunday dose or if it's horseplay, I say, where were you at today? Oh, I forgot I forgot, man. I forgot you guys had that show tonight. So I'm going to tweet him right now. You tweet him up again, too, and tell him that, I said, hey, horseplay live now, Porky. So if he doesn't come, he has no excuses.
Well, I was working on a tweet to get people to leave us voicemail.
Yeah, so we can leave voicemails too. The renew the Battletoads trademark. I don't really know what it is. Battletoads. Sorry.
It is an awesome beat 'em up game. Like, I think they tried to I think it's kind of inspired by Ninja Turtles. This was like Ninja Turtles were really, really getting big. But it's still like it stands out on its own. They even did a crossover game with Double Dragon. You do know Double Dragon, right?
I do.
Just making sure. But I would have to revoke your geek card if you didn't know that one.
Oh, come on, man! I'm not that bad.
Double Dragon? No, doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's not even fair.
I do it out of love.
I don't even like you anymore.
Oh, it was funny. Come on. I'm sure. There's actually a lot of like.
I fired goalie again, and then I hired him back.
Oh.
Because he kept saying, he goes, "Am I fired?" Yeah, you're fired. Don't fire me. I just started. Okay.
Oh man, no, but I was just talking about best games of all time. I still crack up when, and I talked about this on my stream the other day. I still crack up when people talk about classic games, and they're like going, man, that's really old school. You talking about Sonic the Hedgehog, man, you taking it back. And I'm like, try about 15, 20 years before that. That's old school. Sonic's a classic, but
let's take it back to Pong days.
They're like
Atari.
I mean, you can't say a retro game is anything 5 years or older, like previous generation. Yeah. That's fair enough. But like to say that's old school, that's like taking it too far.
That ain't old school.
That's like me listening to like 80s and 90s music and people are like going, man, you're listening to oldies. The hell? That's not...
I swear to God, though, the music player on the we have a list, all right? In the beginning of the season, they came around and said, all right, write on here what kind of music you guys want to hear. And everybody wrote, there was like, some old school rock, 70s rock, 80s rock. And then somebody started writing like 80s, like gay boy band shit, right? And no offense to anybody. But and then all we heard, like, it was like throwback 80s night tonight. I was like, really? And we got Rickrolled twice. Okay. And I go, man, we got Rickrolled again. And my wife goes, we got what? It's like I'm not even gonna explain it to you. It's
The
not even
Rick roll
funny.
is real. Hey,
It is. It is real.
holy crap! MC Hammer is back. Look at that. And he looks like a Sith.
You got a shout out today, Yog?
I do have a shout out. My shout out goes out. It's not. I'm not doing a streamer today. I'm doing two networks that are not Geeky Antics or All Games, and that's the Retro Junkies Network and Hollow Sweet Media. Retro Junkies, man, I love all their shows, and I like the way they do it. They have a lot of smaller shows, shorter shows that are very highly specialized. So instead of having separate feeds for everyone, they just have one podcast feed on Stitcher, which is a smart way of doing it. So they got tons of shows. They got Genesis Gems, and they got what's the name of the show where they do just video game music, and they do a lot of like chiptune stuff. And it made me think more about Battletoads, which back in like the 80s, all and through the early 90s, all the rare games, the music was composed by one guy, I believe, David Wise, and his music is just so memorable. And he's done stuff. He took like a little 5-year break or so, and he came back in 2013 and started composing music for video games again. He still got it, and the themes. I mean, if you played SNES and you play Donkey Kong Country, you'll remember some of the music from the game. I mean, it's classic right there. And look, your tweet worked, Obi. Pork Chop is here. Now, Hollow Sweet Media, they got the A Worthy Opponent, the Hearthstone podcast. So lots of love to everybody on those respective networks. And you know what? I'll give a honorable mention to the Chronic Rift Network. They're cool too. But yeah, pork chop in the house. You have a shout out, bro?
I do. There is you guys did see it last week if you guys were watching the Sunday Dose, and I'm not even. Wow, I was muted on the stream. How long? I wonder how long that's been for. You guys did see him on the Sunday Dose last week, and he's going to continue to be there. And he is a streamer himself, and he actually streams what not a lot of people do. You guys know what the mainstream games are. I mean, you got League of Legends, you got Dota 2, you got Counter-Strike, you got now Binding of Isaac, things on the front page, but not many people are actually good WoW streamers. He actually streams well. He does a lot of PvP. You guys check him out, please. Tweet him, whatever you guys want to do. Bug the living shit out of him until never. Okay. But Goalie Man for the win. You guys can go check him out. And that's Goalie Man. He plays professional amateur. It's amateur. It's one step under the Detroit Red Wings and then Griffins. He's one step under that.
Yeah, I think
it's like pro amateur hockey league, something like that, to where he still gets paid, but it's like it'd be, if you guys know what how the baseball ranks work, you have single A, double A, triple A, and then the pros, the major leagues. Well, he would be like double A, okay? Because there's the major league, which is the NHL, and then there would be the Division One, which is basically right under the NHL, which is basically they move them up and down all the time, and then basically the second division under that would be what he does. But you guys go check him out, Goalie Man for the win. And then there's of course a couple other people that I can give props to for just being consistent on their streams and playing new games as they come out. And he's here, but Pork Chops is one of them that is as soon as 2K15 came out, he was getting it. He was on the ball and actually helping people, getting some. I think he was playing some Grand Theft Auto at one point. But yeah, both those guys they're just rocking it out. Keep it going, guys. You guys are doing great. I'll be looking forward to battling you guys for viewership here shortly. So that's all I got for today.
That's it?
That's it, dude. I didn't have anybody, actually. And then I thought of two. Actually, because I was going to say something about Pork Chop, because we'll go in there and talk some trash, and then he'd be like, "Oh man, that's all right," and then he'll start asking me questions, and I have to like tell him that, "Hey, dude, I'm not at my computer. I'm on my cell phone, and it takes me about an hour to type a message because the chat on a device or any kind of tablet that's not your computer kind of is wishy-washy at some point."
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're there. We're always there. If you guys don't think I'm watching, I probably am. So be looking on your viewer list. If you think I'm lurking, call me out. Say hi. So, but that being said, we're going to move right along to a segment that we both love. And a lot of people love because they get to call in and say hi. But we're going to go to it. Here we go. Geeks Engaged. Oh, I fucked it up. Join the chat via HorsePLAY Live. Skype account, just search HorsePLAY Live or Geeky Antics. Please use headphones, guys, because we'd love to hear your voices. We just don't want to hear everybody else's or our own. It's really annoying. So, but please use them if we can get anybody in, which I think we can today. Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, we could get someone in if they hustle. If they hustle with
If
it.
they hustle. So you guys stay in chat if you guys are live. If you guys want to join us today, you guys can. We're going to talk a little bit up, but we are going to keep the conversation going while we're waiting. So send in some tweets, guys. You guys, you can reach us pretty much anywhere, anytime on Twitter, Obi1X2 at YogiZilla, and don't forget at Geeky Antics. So where you guys can be reached. It's where we can be reached on Twitter. Wow, this is really blah, 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 blah. As always, the best way to experience the shenanigans is via our main live chat hub on Geeky Antics on Twitch. So you guys can join the gang as well at our official HQ, geekyantics.net. Please comment, share, join us on the forum. We'd love to hear what awesome geeks think. And, of course, we got a voicemail line. Yogi, you want to plug that voicemail line real fast?
Yeah, and I just tweeted it out, and I encourage some of our closest friends of the show to leave us voicemail. And I put one number wrong, and I'm like, wait, good thing I caught it. So it's 206 or 206 415 4987. Again, 206 415 4987. And if you keep it short and you want to call internationally, it's 011 or 011 206 415 4987. Please leave voicemail. Even if you say congrats on the 1 year anniversary of your show, or you say you guys are awesome, keep it up, whatever you want to say, or preferably if you have something interesting to say in regards to some of the things we're going to talk about, like tonight's topics, which you'll hear shortly. Whatever you want to talk about, anything geek culture, we're wide open. We still focus a lot on video games, but video games and tech are a pretty heavy focus. But anything geeky, it's all good. Let us know. That's it. Obi?
Yes.
Okay.
If you guys are shy and you guys don't want to leave us a voicemail, you guys can send us some email at mail@geekyantics.net instead. And we'll, of course, we'll respond just like that if you prefer the perspective shows. I'm losing track because I'm watching him just get his head down into his phone, sending tweets out or fixing his mess ups. So. Well, we're going to keep it going, guys, and we're going to get right into that next segment. Pause for station identification. Quickie. The quickie today is pornification in gaming. Yogi?
Indeed. So, pornification. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. Let me tell you how this started. All right. I was, and if you look at the UNCUT feed, you'll see that I have Kali from Smite, who I like a lot, even though I kind of suck with her, especially in Assault. You have to be really smart when you play with her. But anyway, yeah, you like her. I told you she's good.
I like her, not in that fucking crap you had me in yesterday, though.
Yeah, that one lane is brutal. But so I as I was looking for a good image of her, I came across an article where the journalist was complaining about the offensive pornification of the religious figure. Kali, because she's from Hindu culture.
She's a Hindu god.
The Hindu god or goddess, whichever way you want to look at it. And I totally respect that opinion, but let's not forget that we see pornification and objectification across all mediums. And I feel like now, especially ever since the Gamergate thing, everybody's taking a dump all over video games and they're trying to find reasons to complain. And again, I'm gonna be clear because some people, even Stan didn't get it. Stan usually like understands what I'm saying right off the bat, and I'm talking to him off the record, and he's like doesn't get it because he's so hell bent on the issues. It's not the issues, it's the approach, and then the people that are just using these issues as a way to get attention. It's hidden agendas on all sides, of the debate, but. Really, objectification, sexism, everybody succumbs to it. Everybody likes eye candy. Very rare that people have the willpower to say, no, I really don't. Yeah. Male and female.
There's not one man in the world that go, oh my God, there's some big, luscious, purty-looking titties in my face. I'm not going to look at them. Close my eyes.
Yeah, and obviously some guys take it to an extreme. Like, I don't get dudes that are with their wives and they're freaking staring at other women and their heads are, like, practically falling off their necks. Like, they're making it so obvious. I've never been that guy.
My wife will go, hey, you better be careful. You're going to break your own neck. Sorry, honey.
Yeah.
I don't do that much because we don't go out very often.
See, that, nothing, like, me, like, it doesn't do it for me. Like, cool story. You're wearing, like, some, Daisy Dukes. Good job. Your butt cheeks are hanging out.
It's to the point where I'll look, of course, because I'm a dude, but it's like, okay, yeah, she's cute, whatever. Or, oh my God, those women that, wear, not all women are supposed to wear spandex or yoga pants.
Oh, gosh.
No. We've had this discussion before. We're not going into it.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with cottage cheese or having a muffin top. Listen, everybody gets the loving. The problem is know your limits. Like me, I'm not gonna wear a muscle shirt because I don't want my man titties all over the place. I know my limits.
Bingo wings.
So you don't look. It's great to say I'm big and I'm beautiful, but no one wants to see the cottage cheese. No one wants to see freaking tsunami coming towards them in black. That's just not right. Some people want to keep their food down.
BFT says, I believe Mount Your Friends incorrectly portrays men in an unrealistic, floppy manner and therefore offended.
He knows where we're going with this rant.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that was actually the question we're going to ask everybody that's listening live, viewing live or listening to us on our feeds. Do sexy portrayals of characters offend you? Like, is that a deal breaker for you? And I'm gonna say this, I'm not trying to
deal breaker if they don't have them.
I'm not trying to support evil, but at least it's not hentai, right? It's that. Maybe it's a slippery slope once you have jiggly boobs, because like the physics in Smite are the physics are that physics engine is top notch. I mean,
the physics man in Smite, I applaud you, sir or ma'am. It might be a girl too.
That'd be great. That'd be great, actually.
Yeah.
Because no one can really complain. It's like I added the extra jiggle. Mm-hmm. It could
like
be
when Neith jumps up and just like damn.
The Neith dance. The Neith dance is awesome.
Yeah, exactly right. The one thing that I want to say to you guys, and for everybody listening on the podcast and for watching live, it's a game. Okay. How many people were pissed off about Ash's boobs grew in League of Legends in this past map or in this past changes? Nobody thinks about that. Lissandra, she got Lissandra. You guys know who she is. She's the Ice Queen. She's usually a mid. She plays top now. But they poofed her boobs out too. Nobody said anything about it. Akali's got a really sexy ass outfit now that basically throws her boobs out of her shirt. Nobody says anything about it.
Gosh, but she's so skinny. She's got some chicken legs.
But you know what? This is where I'm getting to go for this with this is you guys are always bitching about something that has been done to a game or some kind of a cartoon or just whatever. It's fiction. It's not real. Just saying.
Yeah.
Why we're like, I mean, and I'm not trying to be, like, oh my god, this is getting picky, but it's getting ridiculous. It's the same thing. I mean, they're two different subjects, of course, but sex. If you're gonna portray yourself as a sex symbol, are you ready to be treated like it?
And the thing is, I get it. It's video games are finally becoming so mainstream that everybody's exposed to them.
That's because Sejuani's ugly as hell. Anyway,
Sejuani got more clothes in her costume.
she did. She got more clothes put on her.
That's funny. But I like Sejuani. She's good.
She rides a fucking pig, dude. What do you expect? She probably stinking.
That's all right. Everybody gets to loving. But so I feel like people are picking on video games, and I can understand why. But like movies and TV shows and everything, like these are things that like video games don't fall in your lap. They don't like fall in your lap and force you to play them. You know what I'm saying? So just don't play the game. Don't buy the game. Now you can say, "Oh, but yeah, but that's encouraging inappropriate behavior, inappropriate mindset." That by exposing men and women to this stuff, people start acting the wrong way, and then it hurts everybody, even people that don't play games. Okay, maybe why? Because it's interactive.
Yeah, if you're three, I have a 3-year-old son where if he sees something, he wants to do it. It's the same thing, isn't it? If my son sits there and sees boxing on TV, we're watching boxing, he wants to play a video game boxing.
Yeah.
If my son sees me playing Counter-Strike, which he does, he wants to sit there and say, "Daddy, I want a gun too, to learn how to shoot like you." Okay, once you're a little older, you can play these games. It's monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
It
I just feel like we should enjoy good gameplay in spite of the subject matter. Because, video games are different from all these other creative things, all these other forms of entertainment, in that the theme is more of a byproduct. It's not usually the main attraction. In a book, in a movie, on a TV show, the theme, the story, the narrative, whatever you want to call it, it's the core of the experience. With video games, the gameplay should always come first, in my opinion. Good story helps, nice characters, whatever, sex appeal, whatever, cool, but I feel like the moment that there is any cleavage or sex appeal in a video game, people become dismissive, or they want to like crucify the developers or the artists, or whatever. If the experience is good, why are we digging for faults? And I feel like Gamergate is leading the charge on hypersensitive, figure-pointing behaviors. Not everybody's offended by everything. It's like, that offends me. Like, then don't look. Just like you don't look at the fat person wearing tight pants that are see-through.
and the thing is it only offends them when they think other people are going to be worried. Okay, and think about this. This is people that I'm talking about that don't follow any gaming scene. They don't even play video games. Half of them don't even own a TV. Because they're like, "Oh, we don't need video games. We work for a living. We work some sun up and sun down. Rah, 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 rah." But then again, they're the same people that sit there and see a commercial of them, right before they go to bed, and they see a game of World of Warcraft where they see all the fighting and "we will not be slaves, rah, rah, rah." And all of a sudden they're like, "Oh my God, that's of the devil." And they see fireballs coming out of people's hands and like, "Oh my God, that's Satan out of them. That's Satanism." We oh my God, blah blah blah. When they would never have ever seen it in the first place at any other time.
Well, yeah, people that don't like secular entertainment are not gonna like, video games, because it's just, like people were offended watching me play Smite, and I'm sure a lot of people apparently don't like Smite because it's like, oh, they're taking gods and making them into silly characters or pornifying them, or this is not the way a god should. You shouldn't be able to play as a god, to play the role as a god. It's like it's a game, you
That's what I'm
know.
saying, though. It's a game.
I
People are.
mean,
I mean, I understand. And go ahead, Yogi, because I'm gonna say something after.
well, I mean, like it's like it'd be like getting offended about Pac-Man eating pellets and saying that's encouraging kids to put random stuff in their mouth. What the? You're really reaching here.
Now, I can understand. Now, this is something that could possibly be an issue, in the religious sense, or, for when people feel about their gods. Okay, but you guys think about this. The game's called Smite. The whole game is about gods from all over the world. Okay, Norse gods. They're talking about, Hindu, Arabic gods. They have. I mean, they have
The
every
Greek
god of
gods.
the Greek gods, the Chinese gods. And I don't, don't quote me, guys. I'm not trying to be offensive or anything, but there's a whole bunch of different gods throughout the whole world portrayed in this game. Now, if you have a problem with, okay, we'll go to Kali, okay, the goddess of, I think, war, if I want to say,
Of destruction.
of just goddess of destruction, and she's a Hindu god, so she's Hinduism. If that bothers them, then they need to really think about what is actually bothering them, opposed to, oh, they're talking about my god. Most people would be like, hell yeah, my god's in there. Shit, I don't see Jesus in there. I don't see actually God in there for the Christian faith.
I was
Where's
saying
my
that.
God at?
I was saying that
They
in
need
the
to have
stream.
Jesus in a white robe and shit. Where's mine at?
I was
You know,
I
so
was saying that, like, I wonder how Christians would respond to that. Like, that'd be offensive.
it
But
would be.
I guess they're catering towards Americans more, or well,
Well, that's the thing though. If they did put a God, and I'm just gonna put it out there because I'm not gonna get into a religious discussion. This is not the time nor the place, nor am I in the right mindset for that. But if they were to put the Christian God, okay, everybody knows who that is. If they would have put the Christian God in there, Jesus, okay, he would have had what? He would have been in a white robe, long hair, and a beard, because that's what everybody portrays him as, right? What would his powers be? Even if the Christian faith would be mad about that, they have nothing to say, because you're portraying every god, and it's not anything to do with any faiths, guys. It's about fighting. It's a fighting game. It's a MOBA.
He's got the most useful power, turning water to wine
Exactly. He can get drunk off his ass and sit in the corner,
and bread into
Good.
fish.
and
Let
he
me
can get
stop.
hung.
Let me stop. I'm gonna get myself in trouble.
You're going to hell.
Yeah, well, we're just having a good time with it, but
No, we're having fun, but
it's
I mean,
it's
that's the same thing that anybody could say. Oh, they're offending me because you're dogging my God, or you're dogging my religion. No, we're not. We beat up on everybody's religion. It's just what the game is. It's not
Yeah.
about religion, guys. It's about gods of old. I don't know how to say it. I mean, it just. I don't know what to say.
I mean,
I
classic
have a-
classic literature has a lot of offensive stuff.
And I have a
And-
point. I just don't know what my point is.
Well, just look at classic literature, right? And even some of the more recent classics, like Catcher in the Rye and Kill a Mockingbird. There's some really offensive stuff in there. Like when you look at these time period pieces, people are dropping the N-bomb left and right. If you don't like it, don't read it. If it offends you, don't play it. It's really simple. No one's forcing you. No one's sitting you in a room and locking you there and saying you gotta watch me play Smite, or whatever it is. But this might help you remember what your point is, because we always talk about how Twitch.
No, I know what my point is. I just don't know how to say it.
Oh, okay.
My point is it's fake, guys. It's fictional. It's something to where if I'm gonna take a Kali, and I'll be straight up. If I'm gonna take a Kali and Yogi is gonna take Thor, guess what? That's a Norse god and a Hindu god. But guess what? We're gonna fight it out until somebody wins. It's not saying any god's better than the other. It's a game of skill from the actual player, not the gods. Come on. It's something that, I mean, you don't have to be stupid. I know. You're giving me time now? Fuck you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just making sure.
We got 58 minutes, 57 minutes and 53 seconds.
Well, I was saying 51 minutes before we do shout outs and music. Because the shout outs and music take a while.
Yeah, of course.
Just Obi used to send me like a 10 minute, like every 5-10 minutes. So he could give me a time check. Bloop.
Well, no, I would give you the hour time check, and then I'd give you 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and then 10. That's about what you get. You say, all right, we're halfway done, an hour left. Okay, cool. So we should be right around the, whatever. Anyway, let's keep going.
Well, anyway, we always talk about Twitch, about how Twitch is being taken over by cute girls showing cleavage or doing cosplay. And we're not hating on them, but they dominate Twitch. It's hands down. No channel grows faster than those channels unless you already have your own following from somewhere else, like you're a pro gamer or you're a YouTuber or whatever it is you do. What's that?
And then they're pissed because they get called sluts.
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna get into that, but Twitch
Why?
Twitch is essentially, cause we've killed that point already. But Twitch has essentially become a campsite for sexy girls, and you ask some feminists, it's like, yeah, that's empowering women because we get to become independent. But then at the same time, it's a justification. But it happens the other way too, because I've seen plenty of times where, like, there'll be girls that'll go to a specific streamer just because it's a cute dude or he's ripped or whatever, and I see that too.
And I'm not gonna say it's at all, but Phantom Lord's just like, he's got a girlfriend, and everybody knows his girlfriend's in the next room streaming too, and he has a lot of female viewers because they think he's cute. I mean, he has that spiky haircut, and he's is the typical cute guy. And that's, I mean, I'm not saying no, he's a good gamer. Phantom Lord is a great gamer. He plays League of Legends at a very high level. And anything that he does, but still, that's why some of what he has is because he's one of the cute guys.
Yeah, and there's the thing.
He's really cute, all right. I like to take him downstairs and give him a popsicle or two. What?
I mean, and it's far more overt in that situation because there's people that are only in those channels just because of that. With a good game, no amount of like freaking TNA is gonna make a bad game good. At some point, you're like, nah, it's not worth playing. That's just the way it works out,
And there was a streamer. Go ahead.
No, if Smite had terrible, gameplay, it wouldn't matter that you had this great physics of the boob bouncing, But anyway.
Well, and two, you want to enable BFT. Basically, there's a streamer too that I saw a couple weeks ago. She doesn't do it anymore. She got kicked off. But basically, if you guys see how the cameras are when we do the dance show, okay, at the end of the show, you'll see I'll move the cameras around and I'll blow them up and we'll do some stupid shit. And you figure on this chick was in the bottom left-hand corner. She was playing League of Legends. First off, if the girl or guy, that doesn't matter to me. If the gameplay sucks, I don't want to stick around. Now, if it's a girl and people are calling, oh, you hooker, and oh my God, you have big boobs, and oh my God, they're ugly big boobs, and blah, 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 I don't really even look at chat. I look at the gameplay. If she really sucks, she's like, oh, I died again. Oh my goodness. And every time she do this, I mean, you're looking at they were like triple S, dude. They were nasty. They were so big that they were discolored and stretchy and nasty. Well, the only reason that she had everything is because she had these huge... I'm not playing, dude. These things were bigger than my head. I mean, they were huge.
Talk about that girl with the implants?
Yes, she was a porn star.
Yeah.
But and this is really sad. When Twitch is getting... And she's the one that got kicked off recently because she's showing too much cleavage. Because Twitch is cracking down about that right now. You show too much and you're actually It's too focused on down here opposed to right here in your gameplay. Twitch is cracking down on it and saying, "Hey, you can't do that. You break the little rule again, you're done."
Yeah, but at the same time, they're giving those people partners right off the bat. Like, that's the thing that's jacked up about it, because there's people that apply. They have no social media marketing background. They don't really have an audience, but they're like, hey, these are pictures of me, and people are gonna like to come to my channel because they're gonna see my webcam and think I'm beautiful and come to my channel. Okay, partnered.
Well,
And I know it's happened.
I mean,
I'm not making this up.
That comes from, well, I know you're not making it up, but then you get people, girls. This is a true story. Then you get girls the same way that are actually really, really good at the games that they play, and still can't get a partnership.
Oh yeah.
Okay, one being Fed Poro. This chick plays League of Legends at a high gold elo and plays PvP and WoW. Okay, that's hard enough, but plays PvP and WoW with no arms, but she can't get a Twitch a partnership. Doesn't mean anything. She's not showing any boobs. There's not thousands of people coming to her channel every day.
And she gets enough. She gets enough people in this. She has a constant, steady viewership.
She's got a constant 300-400 people, which she should be getting it if she doesn't have it already. I haven't looked in the last couple of days or last week or so.
She's got to get it. It boggles me the amount of people that don't have partner.
But I'm saying that's the same thing we're talking about. Is you get a chick that comes in there and she was a porn star, okay, and she's got a D cup and they're perky as hell because their implants are fake. And then she's really skinny and she wears tight ass yoga pants and then wears a tank top. Of course, the guy that's running the partnership board's going to go boing and pop a boner on his desk and say, "Instant here, dear. Make sure that I can watch you, or make sure blah blah blah." All right, we're going to give you an instant, and this has happened. It's not something we're just talking shit, guys. This has happened to where you actually are good and you don't show any skin, to where you play like shit and you're just a shit gamer, but all you do is show his skin. Well, you guys know where I'm going with that. I'm not gonna go.
It's not even just like we've had a discussion before. It's not just the skill of your in your game. It's also the personality. It's how you conduct your channel, the things you do, the little touches you do to your stream. Everybody has a slightly different touch, a slightly different take on it, and those are the people that stand out. Not just to having an overlay and nice little graphics, but just little things you do to spice things up. There's always a way you can make it your own. Mm-hmm. But anyway, now back to games. Some games that, by many standards, are considered top games, Game of the Year caliber games that in recent times have come out or are still active: Bayonetta 2, League of Legends, Smite, Tomb Raider, the Witcher series, Far Cry 3 and 4. These games all have sex appeal to some degree, but does that make them inherently bad? These are games that are critically acclaimed. Now people can say, "Oh, the industry is dominated by men." Okay, if you say so. And it's just people want to be so dismissive just because there's a little bit of sexual content or some scantily clad people. I don't know. Do you think these games are too much? There are some one-offs, like Dragon Crown. I think was considered one of the most recent over-the-top sexually charged games, even though it's an adults-only game. But it borders that line. Let us know what you think. 206-415-4906, 415-4987. Now BFT says, "So you're saying I need a deep V-neck shirt and a push-up bra?" Nope. I still have some self-respect.
Well, that's what it is. And we're not talking shit. We're not dogging Twitch. We're not doing none of that. This is just what we see in our opinions. But I told my wife, I straight up told her, I said, it could care less if you have a good gameplay or not. You put a push-up bra on and you go and get a slutty looking shirt. We'll adjust the camera to where it shows whatever you want it to show. and I guarantee you'll start have people come in here and doing whatever. Just to see if your boob's gonna fall out or some shit. That's I'm a guy. I've done it before. Watched a chick stream just to see if her boob's gonna fall out. Of course, one did actually one time, but I mean, it comes to a point.
Oh,
There's a
like
fine line,
it's
man.
like that
There's a
girl that
fine
had
line.
no pants on and she forgot, stood up
Yeah,
on
and
the
then
street.
she got up and she was like she had nothing on underneath. Yeah, I was there.
That's a common story too.
Well, it was to the point where I was getting offline and say, hey, dude, come here, dude. This chick's got no pants on and she's getting ready to get up again. I was like, what? They linked it, and as soon as I got onto it, she's like, I'll be right back, guys. And you see a bare ass getting up, like, and then she sits down and just sits down, and you could see everything. Nothing. I mean, you couldn't see anything, but you could see everything. But anyway, um, some of the top games like Yogi. I'm sorry I was gone about for this, but some
Oh
of the top
yeah,
games
yeah. I
that Yogi
already.
was talking about. I know you already talked about it. I want to get my 2 cents in
Oh, okay.
because I'm not opposed to seeing graphically, enhanced boobs. Why not? I'm a dude. Now there are some games, Boynetta 2. It's that's part of what actually sold the game. Sorry to say it like that, but that's part of what sold the game is the sex appeal. There was high sexual content in that game, and not that you see nothing was shown ever, but that's what you see. It's right on the brink of almost seeing some boob or almost seeing, that's what sells. The phrase of sex sells. Me and my wife had a conversation about this before, about some of the hooker looking streamers. Um, but like League of Legends, guys, League of Legends, the only reason they made those changes is because you guys asked for them. Okay, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, I'm honest as I possibly can be, but uh, when games change cosmetic looks of things, it's because people are giving them feedback saying, "Hey, you should do an outfit like this, or do a kitty cat skin for Katarina because that's her name is Katarina." And you do a kitty cat, and she's got the kitty cat ears, and she's got claws, and she looks like a cat. Um, it's the same thing. I mean, you guys asked for it. So there's no reason to bitch or saying this is inherently bad game. It was a bad game before the changes because of all the people on there. Smite, get the fuck over it. Tomb Raider, Laura Croft is hot. Why not show her off? That's how it is. Witcher
No,
series,
they've actually shrunken Tomb Raider's boobs, Lara Croft's boobs over the years. Each
yes,
get each game.
they're like an A cup now. They started out as almost a D. In that shirt. You guys can check it out and go to if you guys do want to check it out, go look at gameplay or a trailer from Tomb Raider 1 and then look at a gameplay for the new Tomb Raider that just came out.
Yep.
You can see the significant change. Like, oh my god, they shrunk them all the way down. Witcher series and Far Cry 3, it's just one of those games. It's just one of those games where sex sells. I heard it too. I have no idea what it is. But it's just it's sex sells, guys. I guarantee you, if anybody else would have thought about it and said, "Hey, let's make this game to where the main character is a girl, and let's dress her up in some really shorty shorts and a tight shirt and give her big boobs." That's what the developers wanted to do. That's how they made her. Again, they changed her size of her chest and her actual person because of the viewers or the players.
Yep. No more polygon big boobs. But anyway, we'd like to hear what everybody thinks about that. I just think we're become too sensitive. A fun game is a fun game.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell when there's a game or something that's just trying to be shocking or sexy just for the sake of it.
I thought my dog was barking. I'm like, shut up.
No, it's our dipshit dog. Not the cool one, not Lila, the shithead one that we're stuck with for now. 'Cause, We have they oh pretty girl. Look at the pretty girl. And one of the kids is out in the Middle East, so we're stuck with his dog babysitting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how did we get stuck with this? He's such an asshole. I love all animals, but that's such an asshole dog.
You need to send me that address to where he's at too. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I have it somewhere.
Again, we said we do want to hear from you guys on this subject. I mean, just because this is something that we think is serious, not serious, but we want to talk about it because it is such a huge problem to people. So please, again, leave us a voicemail. If you guys want to give your 2 cents and worth, of course, we'd love to hear it. 206-415-4987. And let's discuss it further. I mean, let's keep it going. I'm sure if we think about it, we'll put a forum post on. Maybe we can get it going on Geeky Antics. I say we're going to do all this, but it's usually Yogi that does it. If he doesn't have time, it doesn't get done. So, but
we do have a voicemail, actually.
We do have a voicemail.
It's a quickie.
I was going to ask, but I was like,
quickie. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Right. You ready? You ready?
Yes.
It's been a while.
Let's do it.
All right. It's coming up right now.
Better not be me.
Oh yeah, I just went into the archive. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Play some of the old. You know what? We could play some old voicemails, some old voicemail messages in our special show. But here we go.
Hi, I was just calling about Janelle. She is really awesome, funny, and really cool person. And Janelle, what's up? Peace.
Too bad Janelle's not here.
We'll play it again next week.
Was that Thompson? Ex Thompson?
I think it was actually, probably Thompson. Thompson or Scotty. I don't know if they want to be anonymous. But we'll play it again next week.
Spathy's not here anymore.
Yeah, well, it's 5, 6 in the morning for him, so.
I don't care.
PFT says, guys, I need your help. I bought a Pikachu amiibo, and I need to give it a nickname. The most original. Oh, I got a good one. Pika Culo. That's what I usually name my Pikachu, but I'll share it with you.
Pika Culo.
Yeah, because Pika means itchy or itch, and Culo means butt. So itchy butt. Or scratching your butt. It's great. Pika Culo.
Like, that was awesome, man. Yeah. Yes.
I want a Pikachu amiibo. I don't even have a Wii U, but I'll get the amiibo.
Pika.
It's time. We're like really far ahead right now. It's time for shout outs.
No, we're not.
And just a little bit of love. We're at 120.
Nah.
We still got 40 minutes of a show left.
Oh, we can finish a little early. But trust me.
We can finish early? Are you sure?
Trust me. We will.
It's gotta be exactly 2 hours.
We will find a way to go off on a rant. That's why I actually think we're just on time. I don't think we're ahead of time schedule.
I don't care where we're at right at this point. But every week about this time, it's actually a lot later, but every week about this time, we want to see what happened in the allgames.com charts. Now, over the past couple weeks, and on both shows, Time and MET Time, I've been trying to get it on the Sunday Dose, making sure that you guys come and listen Thursday nights at 5 p.m.-ish, because that's when our replay is on allgames.com. YogiZilla, where on the charts did we hit this week?
Number 15. And that's for Thanksgiving. For Thanksgiving week, Thanksgiving OP. Everybody, yes. There were less people listening, so let's have a chance to get those hits. But that's all right, though. We still made the list.
It was on Thursday. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We still did a Thanksgiving show.
I didn't even get to play the stream this week or last week. So yeah, it's been crazy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Pikachu is now Pika Articuno, the itchy butt Pokemon. Yeah.
Nice. But please help us out, guys, by playing our stream on allgames.com around 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. GMT. We're hit the top 10 again. We can't do it. All we need is your help. And we just need a few friends to kind of get us into top 10. And, of course, right up into the top 5. The competition is fierce as we are friends with, of course, ZombieCast, 42 level 1, and Gaming History 101 to contend with. And you guys got to realize that ZombieCast, 42 level 1, and Gaming History 101 is like 1, 2, and 3. So, I mean, or actually, one's 1, and then one's like 3, and then one's like number 5. But we got to deal with those guys every week. So we need the viewers, guys. Let's help us out. Yogi?
Yeah, and shout outs, I know it's like a distant memory for a lot of people now. It feels like so long ago, but Walker Stalker kind of Atlanta. I made a lot of good friends out there. And hopefully we get them on our shows to join in. But everybody has like crazy work schedules and stuff. But they know about us, and soon we'll reconvene and maybe revisit those memories on the event. But yeah, we got Chris and Angela from Conjuration, another great convention to check out if you're in Florida, Georgia area-ish. Starbase 1552, who they have collectibles of all kinds of stuff, Star Wars, Doctor Who, whatever you fancy. Unlikely Heroes, great artists that do anime style stuff like the chibis and all that stuff. Probably the best artists I've seen in that kind of art style. John and Leanne from Pittsburgh, Cindy and Matt from Chi-Town. I have not forgotten you guys. I'm gonna call you, text you soon. Hope you're listening. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. We had such a fun night. We stayed up to like the last day of the convention. Where a lot of us stood up to like 5, 6 in the morning. It was crazy, just hanging out. Yeah, it's fun. April from Charlotte. Travis Love, Scott Wilson, Parker, aka Noah, aka Asthma Boy from The Walking Dead. Howard Sherman, everyone else we can't fit in that we met out and hung out with over WalkStarCon. But yeah. Also, we used to always shout out all our fellow podcasters at the end of the show, but it's easier to put it somewhere closer to the middle. So why not shout out our friends at the Walker Stalkers? You want to do it? Go ahead, Obi.
I do. This is my favorite part. It has been the whole time, and you just took it from me last
Fine,
week.
so I'm going to put your name there. It is now officially yours. Your name.
Please check out our friends at the Walker Stalkers. Cat and Fox, a worthy opponent, 42 level 1, Gaming History 101, the B Team podcast, R9 Cast, Knuckle Balder Radio, Zombie Cast, Agents of Shield Cast, the Bean Cast, and Sega Nerds, all on allgames.com network, gang, and other goodness, geeky goodness, where geeky Timmy.
What the hell? Timmy.
You get to check it all on the allgames.com network, gang, and or other places where geeky goodness can be found. Timmy got it right. Let them know Yogi and Obi sent you over from HorsePLAY. Speaking of all games, guys, we are very honored to be amidst some of the great groups, and I say great because they're very good at what they do. They've actually paved the way for us. Of podcasters and streamers alike, you guys rock. We really appreciate you guys over at allgames.com. Thank you very much. Yogi, back to you.
And yeah, I think we did all the shout outs to everybody in the chat, but right now we got BFT 9000. Spathyzilla is lurking somewhere, I'm sure.
Nope,
he was here.
He gone.
Scotty, this is Scotty Daniels? No, Scotty Daniels.
Scotty doesn't know.
And Mubat, who never misses a beat. Pork Chop, I'm pretty sure Porky, all he does is come in for the beginning of our show, and then he's just like, goes back to his PS4.
I'm going to slip out. He goes back, watches porn. Yeah, probably.
But then if we start our show late, we don't hear the end of it. He's like, are you guys doing a show tonight? I don't see it.
Yeah, we're like 11:01, and he's like, "Why aren't you guys live?" I was like, "Cause you only stay for the first 5 minutes, so we're trying to make you stay for a little while longer."
He likes the music, the intro music, and the bantering. That's his favorite part of the show.
Yeah, mine too.
But so yeah, I want to remind everybody, if you are a Twitch streamer, we have a stream team, and you can check it out at geekyantics.net/Twitch / stream hyphen team. So again, geekyantics.net/stream hyphen team.
Just
So
type it
stream
in
team.
chat because I'm confused too.
Oh my goodness. Making me do work while I'm delivering my spiel. Alright. This is our current stream team. But if you just go, you know what? You just go to geekyantics.net and there's a stream team menu option too.
Mm-hmm.
But, we're getting more structured with what we're doing, like getting into streaming schedules, sharing our contact information, our streaming schedule with each other, hosting each other when we finish. That's the thing a lot of people don't do. Like when they finish a stream, they forget to host someone else, and it's such a good thing you could do because it keeps your audience engaged. You might have a bunch of people that are wide awake and want to watch more, but you're tired and you want to end your stream, so you'd go off and instead of being kind of a jerk about it, say, hey, check out my friend, blah, blah, blah. Or check out this random person. So, spread the love, man.
And two guys, if and I think we've maybe done this already, or maybe not. If you guys would like to be hosted as well from Geeky Antics, all you got to do is let us know. If you say something about, hey, Yogi, Obi, I'm going to start streaming every day at 1:30. Goalie Man does that. That's why. I'm gonna start streaming it every day at 1:30. Then Yogi can sit there, or I can sit there and go to Geeky Antics on Twitch and say, /host Goalie Man 5 or Goalie Man for the win, and then it starts hosting them. So then every day you can get hosted. So that's something that we're trying to do as well, especially for our followers and of course people from gang. So. Because there's a few people that want to stream, but don't want to stream on somebody else's channel. We understand that, guys. You guys can stream at your own channel. That's not a big deal, because we're gonna host you regardless, whether you like it or not. Sometimes, but if you want to be hosted, please let us know, and we'll try to get that into the schedule if it fits. And of course, if it doesn't fit, we'll let you know. I'm sure we'll let you know exactly. Hey, we'll host you on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1:30 till 8, something like that, to where you're getting hosted or you're getting something, and we're trying to help everybody out. So,
though we would like some people that would be willing to do like a little short stream here and there, maybe as part of their streaming session. Like they could start off streaming on Geeky Antics and then go to their channel. If you stream for like an hour, 2 hours on our channel, help us create content, and that's new followers that you can bring with you to your channel. That's cool, so we can keep the channel running more often. But and also have more.
Right.
Yeah, and also we'll have more stuff on YouTube, and it shows on the website on the embedded player. Now on the flip side, I am working on some code that will make it so that we could have everybody's channel featured on the website randomly or in shifts. So it'll go like through a chat roulette type thing and display different people's channels from our stream team right on the website. So that's giving you more views. So I'm working on something like that. But it's still nice to have, like, I dual stream. Even when I do my own stuff, I stream on my channel and then on the Geeky Antics, because I want to make sure that we keep content steady, not just the podcast stuff, but also some gameplays on the Geeky Antics.
Well, and I'll talk to you about what I've got going for after the first year. I think you'll like it too. So, because I'm gonna try to do a morning stream for people, and then at night, and then I'm gonna try to maybe come on here at night or something like that and stream some WoW or stream some CS:GO practice, or hell, even stream some crazy shit that me and you were doing just because we're drunk. I don't know.
Yeah, you said I was really right the other night.
You were right, dude. You were like, Yogi, are you drunk? Well, my wife did buy me beer. I was like, damn. Okay, sorry.
All I said, she was awesome because she actually brought me a beer. She's not the type to usually do that kind of thing, She's a lovable asshole, so she doesn't do those little nice things. So
That's what my wife says about me.
Yeah, so yeah, it's role reversal for us.
Asshole.
So I'm over here, and I'm streaming, and all of a sudden I see through my periphery. I'm like, thanks, honey. Awesome.
Don't
Nice,
ever ask for another one, you bastard.
nice and ice cold. So that was
Mhm.
cool. Little things
Definitely.
like that make us happy. Oh,
Now,
yeah.
we do have, since I have no idea what he's laughing about, because it's
No,
in
on
voice
the
chat.
chat. Look, look at the chat. He's talking about not your friends because I was playing drunk, and I
Oh,
kept
yeah.
doing like, I'd have moments when I did some really epic stuff. Like I just like spider crawled, like I'm like a spider monkey up the thing. And I'm like, no problem. And then all of a sudden I was just like, I like just derp it out, and I would like do this crazy maneuver and launch myself into outer space and off the tower and all the way to the beginning.
Oh. Yes, guys, you'll be looking forward to that. There will be some more drunk streams on Geeky Antics featuring YogiZilla, Obi-Wan X2, BFT 9000, and anybody else we can get on the stream totally hammered. Yes, of course, and that'll be group plays and community plays, and we're just gonna have some fun. We do have some good stuff planned for you guys for after the first of the year, so I can't wait to start it. And of course, she said I could put it in. She said I could put the stuff in, but I really don't want to spoil Christmas for myself. But I already know what I'm getting, so I might as well. I mean, right? I can't get a
Yeah.
video card till after Christmas, but still, I got a 560 still. I got a piece of
Yeah,
crap.
but
But
I mean, at this point, you could wait another 3-4 weeks.
not if I can start streaming now. I want to grow my audience now, man. I
Yeah.
want to go. I'm playing some good gameplay, playing really couple good games that people want to see. And I have people on my battle tag asking me, "Hey, are you going to be streaming this time?" Yeah. When are you going to be streaming? I'll make sure I get on.
Oh
Well, not
man,
yet.
you and Goldie could dual stream.
Yes, we are. We have plans, dude. What do you think Goalie's going to be on
Cool.
Sunday Dose? Because Sunday Dose is all about Counter Strike and freaking World of Warcraft
Oh,
or
good.
Blizzard.
Don't piss him off now. He's a good guy. But Obi scares away all the co-hosts, and it all starts when they touching butts without requesting. You have to ask. You have to like ease your way into that. You can't just touch butts randomly. That's awkward. But if you say, "Hey, I'd like to touch butts with you," then it's cool. It's like, all
All right,
right.
we're getting in a spot. We're getting in a place in the show I don't want to be. Guys, we do have the time, so we're going to do it. The dust off. Guys, let's talk video games. What have you guys played? You guys played anything new, or you guys have dusted off an old game and got it out of your library in Steam, or just you had it on your computer or downloaded it back again onto your computer so you could play it? Let us know. Now, Yogi's got a list a mile long here, so I'm going to go over the few games that I have. You guys know what I play. I play Counter-Strike religiously. I even dumped Yogi and BFT the other night because I had Counter-Strike practice. So we had about an hour
It's
and a half.
Arma
of
2
practice
all over again.
No, it's not.
I hope they're not douchebags like jump style snipe and
Dude, I'm
those
not
guys
even
are all
mad at him.
douchey.
I'm not even mad at him anymore. I don't, whatever they wanted to say, they said it. They just don't understand that they're all wrong. It's okay though. It's okay. Of course, you guys know I played CS:GO, and of course, WoW. Now I am getting. I see Yogi. As soon as I said "wow," his face cringed. I did. I have been playing a little bit more Smite. We've been playing some Strife, and I actually downloaded again. This is something that if I know there are a couple people actually in chat that have the game, but if you guys do want to try it and try to build some space bases or some space vehicles, I had to have space engineers that I'd like to start playing again. But we played some. I dusted off a little bit of Payday 2. And yes, I even went into League of Legends and played a game of that. Demolished whoever we were playing against, but I never want to play the game again. Just saying.
Which game?
League of Legends. It is
Oh.
so annoying now. I went on there and I went as Blitz, and because Blitz is my favorite. And I said, okay. She goes, well, I hope you know how to play. Yeah, I know how to play. I can make grabs. You just do your job. And the guy's like, well, what are you doing? You're taking my CS. I have 0 CS, by the way. I said, I'm not taking any of your CS. Well, you're level 6 and your lightning thing messes me up. Well, learn how to CS. I don't know. So I'd have to be like way away from him so I wouldn't get into the creeps. And then he was like, well, you're not protecting me. You're the support. I said, you make up your fucking mind, dude. Do you want to you want me to take a creep every now and then because you can't CS in the first place, or you want to die? Just do your fucking job. I was like, peace. I went up to top lane, supported him. Me and top lane. And I just started roaming. We ganked the jungler a couple times. We ganked top lane a couple of times. I went balls to wall YOLO and pulled the mid out from underneath their tower, punched him, and by the time I've knocked her in the air, hit my ult, he was dead, which was fun. But and of course, been trying to dabbling into a little bit of a PoE, which is Path of Exile, and yeah, I said I wasn't going to, but I've been playing at Risk of Rain. So Obi has been playing quite a few games lately, a lot more than Obi usually does. So feel free to pat me on the back when you see me. If not, then it's okay. Yogi, what do you dust off this week, buddy?
Well, so yeah, Strife. I like the art style on this game a lot. It performs better than League of Legends, especially when you're streaming. For me, at least. So I was very happy with that.
Still really, really clunky.
League of Legends is far clunkier. Then
Not
again,
really.
for me.
Okay, well, I was saying because League of Legends is it's not the gameplay in League of Legends, it's the people. League of Legends would be great if people weren't such douchebags.
Oh yeah. I haven't ran into anybody.
That's what I was talking about, clunkiness. It's Strife is a little bit like people still have no idea what they're doing. Still like got into stupid mode, basically, and just being retarded. The only reason League of Legends is the way it is because of all the trolls, all the people that say, "Oh, I just don't care. We're gonna lose because you're a douchebag." No, we're gonna lose because you're a dick.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I like a lot of the things that Strife has going for it. The cleaner interface. Again, for me, it performs smoother. I like the kind of art style, the colors they have in there. It's very bright and bold kind of game. Very lighthearted, so maybe that might get people a little in better moods. It's like almost.
It does take forever to load, though.
The load is pretty bad. That part is, compared to League of Legends, is pretty brutal. But the only problem I really have with it, beyond that, is that after switching from Smite to Strife is tough because the bindings are different, and I don't want to change the default bindings because then that'll mess me up even further. So that's a little awkward. It has so much similarities to League of Legends, except that it's better in some ways. I like the way they handle the jungle camps, and getting a siege unit, and the shared gold. That's a huge thing. That should to me is a no-brainer for any MOBA.
I actually like that better. That like an ADC can't get all the gold, and then basically, and this is something, if you guys play League, you guys know what I'm talking about. To where if you're the support, and if you for some odd reason you don't get your gold item first, or you don't get something, or you mess up, and whatever, you're still getting just as much gold as the person that you're standing next to. Because it's shared gold. So it's not the damaged person doesn't have 3 items and the support person only has 1 still. No, you're staying the same, which is really like what Yogi said. It really helps, especially if you're a person trying to play the game and you go in with a person that knows how to do damage and they say, okay, just support me and we'll try to learn the game. It really helps that person that is actually trying to learn the game because they don't have to worry about getting last hitting or minions.
Exactly. It makes it fun because can you imagine telling a friend, yeah, you'll be support. All right, so what do? You just stand there That's pretty much what you end up doing as support. I'm sorry to say. Like,
Well-
like you just stand there and let me get all the gold. Like that sounds like fun. That's like telling you. That's like the old days, you know. Hey, you want to come over and watch me play some video games? Watch you play video games? Why can't I play with you? I don't have a second controller. Yeah, that's kind of what
Well,
it is.
and it's like that, but it's to the point where no matter who gets, you know how in League of Legends and you're on bot and you're support and you're trying to help your ADC as much as possible, you really don't know kind of what's going on. You're kind of going with the flow, trying to learn, right? And then you take one creep and they're like, "What the fuck? You're taking my CS, you stupid
Oh
ass!
yeah.
You just fucked me up. God damn it! That was a excuse all my language too, by the way. That was a cannon man, you retard! I can't believe you did that."
People rage so hard on League of Legends. Oh my
And
god.
but no matter what, as long as the minion is last hit by a player, your whole team gets gold.
Yep.
Which a support can go in there and get every last hit. Doesn't mean a thing. They don't say you gain power on creep score. No, it's not like that. So it's really, this is a game that where you actually have to be this is a game where you actually have to see what's going on. You have to pay attention. It's an actual true, it's kind of a little bit like what Dawngate was, where it's a true team game. And you have to have a team to help you out, because you can't go 1v5 a team and win, aka Master Yi. You can't do that. So, I mean, go ahead, Yoga. I'm blowing off. Mm-hmm. It's like it takes more resources in the background that you don't see for some reason, to me, anyway.
But Smite, been having tons of fun with that. There's so many different gameplay modes in there. Siege is an interesting one that I've been playing a little more of, but that one's really tough. If my one grip want to share, if you're new to to Smite, if you're new to Smite, don't play Arena. You know, the
Go play some co-op games. Learn the damn game first.
yeah, the Arena is not a good place for newbies to go to.
That's where I went. But
Assault is good, Joust is good because it's less overwhelming, and you get to learn just the combat mechanics and focus on the PvP elements. But with Arena, if you don't stop those creep waves, and they're attacking your portal, you're losing points, you're losing tickets. It's just like Battlefield, you lose tickets.
Well,
So
and two, with arena guys, you're not just worried about your lane, or you're not worried about just the people in front of you. It's 360. So if you're like, you could be like right on the edge of your spawn area to where they actually die, they actually get shot at if they go into. You could be right on the edge, get jumped, get invaded, or get pushed into your spawn area and then die, and then they can get out for free. I mean, it's 360. You gotta watch your back at all times and know where your team's at, and know how to play. So arena's really not the best for new people, especially if they're just trying to learn the game seriously. Learn it.
well, the thing is, there's waves of creeps that go down the middle,